$800,000 compared to just $100. A big difference when someone needs to pay up to get out of jail. Travis County judge decided $100 bond was sufficient for a murder suspect, allowing Stephon Morrison to bond out. Morrison is accused of shooting Keyshawn Cage back in October. Police say it happened at an apartment complex in South Austin, and Morrison's hoodie, shoes, and the gun investigators believe was used that night was found about 500 yards away. A witness told detectives Morrison and another person were arguing with Cage, calling Cage a snitch, claiming he worked with law enforcement and got another man locked up. The witness identified Morrison as the shooter. Morrison was arrested on November 6th for murder and tampering with evidence. His bail was set at $800,000. Now, the Texas Code of Criminal Procedure says a person accused of a felony must be released or their bail must be reduced if the state isn't ready for trial within 90 days. Now, the state didn't present these cases to a grand jury until day 91, and the same day, Morrison's attorney asked the judge to let his client out. Last week, the parties met to discuss the possibility. The district attorney claims they told the court about their concerns if Morrison was released. They say on social media he was potentially bragging about the murder, showing violence. They say Cage's family had concerns, and an anonymous tip said Morrison intended to flee if he got out. But the Travis County judge set the bond at $100 and ordered no contact with the victim's family or witnesses, a GPS monitoring system, no travel, and no social media. The Travis County District Attorney is now requesting the judge to increase the bond amount after Governor Abbott said this on X, quote, "This is outrageous. We must prevent leftist judges from releasing dangerous murderers out on our streets. Those responsible for this release should be held legally liable if anyone is harmed by this criminal." Abbott says bail reform is an emergency item this legislative session, and Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick is backing him.
But there's nothing more important than the safety of our citizens. There's nothing more important than pushing back when courts release dangerous felons onto the streets to kill again.
Reform bills were heard last week in the Senate Criminal Justice Committee. They make it tougher for judges to let violent suspects out on bond and limits the use of tax dollars to help offenders get out of jail.
So whatever it takes, we will not leave here until these bills pass the House. Period.